everyone. This is Renee, Cobb, and Adam Banks, and welcome to Overtones Live. Welcome, everyone, and all of our listeners this evening as we are coming to you live from the Radio Lex studios at Greyline Station for a special collaboration episode of Overtones Live and Off the Cuff with Adam Banks in a series we like to call Over the Banks. So first of all, please join us in welcoming Adam Banks to Overtones Live.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Renee. We are working in concert this evening to bring you Overtones' annual Lexington Music Awards preview show, which we will be doing in a series of 4 episodes on both of our shows. The Lexington Music Awards will be held on March the 9th, 2025 at the Singletary Center for the Arts. And folks, we have a packed house in the studio this evening with a variety of first-time nominees, which we will affectionately call the First Timers.
I love it, Adam. And we opened the show this evening with one of those nominated songs, Another Ride by Andrew Moore and Hooch. And we will hear more from Andrew and also some of his band that's been nominated not only for Album of the Year, but in some of the instrumental categories in just a moment. But how about first we bring you our Kentucky starting lineup for the show this evening? We have engaged our famous Warren Cobb and Coach Calipari-inspired platoon system for this evening's show. So we will hear our guests in 4 segments, 4 teams. How's that, Adam?
Sounds fantastic.
So first up, the Lions. Please welcome Team Radio Lex, who has several first-time nominations in Critics' Choice, Music Company, and Jazz Latin World. Woohoo!
Woo, yeah!
And Adam, the second platoon team, the Tigers. Please give it up for some of the first-time nominees in industry categories, including Tommy Schaefer, Cameron Schaefer, no relation, and Justin Kahn.
Woo! And next up, we have the Bears. Do you all see where we are going with this? A round of applause, please, for the great Tommy, Kate, Jaden Smith, and Todd Campbell. And finally, the Oh My's team. We have a power-packed punk segment at the end of the show featuring State Law and Molly's Midnight Villains. How about that, folks?
Woo, yeah. So, Adam, we can dim that music down a little bit because we have a lot of music to play and a lot of incredible artists to talk to. So let's get this musical party started. We have Team Lions in the studio first, and we are going to talk a little bit about the amazing work of Radio Lex in the opening segment. So please welcome to the show. We have Mark, Jacobo, and we also want to make sure we mention Diego and Kia, who are not with us, but they're here with us in spirit. Let's give it up for everybody. Oh, and Adam and me, too. Adam, as we mentioned, you are from Radio Lex, and you have 2 nominations. Radio Lex has been nominated in the Critics' Choice category, and we also have staff members, the great Jacobo Aragon. Did I say the last name right?
Yeah.
Awesome. In the studio. And his band, Univibes, we're going to talk about, has been nominated for the first time. Welcome.
First time. Yes.
And also, first up, team, we had a great award season already with an appearance on the nominees list for the Josie Music Awards. And let's also, how about a round of applause for that? Let's talk to you, Mark. What does it mean to have Radio Lex nominated in the Critics' Choice category this year?
Well, I think a few things. I think, first of all, it means we've already won because we've got people like you and Adam and all the musicians that are local musicians that we carry on the station. So if we get a little prize for it, that's amazing, but it's really an award for the community to have critics recognize what we're doing and the work that you all are doing, our volunteers and our local musicians. It's just amazing. We're excited. We're just kind of floating along.
Well, we couldn't have done it without the captain of the ship, Mark, and all
Captain,
that,
my captain.
and all of the help that we have from all of the great people like this guy right here, Jacobo.
Yes.
Let's talk to you. First of all, let me just say, wow. How did all of this land for your band, Univibes? Tell us a little bit about your band.
Well, Univibes is a short name for Universal Vibrations. Everything started in the party. A teacher from Maxwell, she invited us. Well, she invited me, and at the party there were other two teachers, and I heard them singing, and I said, "Hey, you have a good voice, and have you ever performed?" And they said, "No, we just do this for the kids, Maxwell Elementary School." And they said, "Well, you should think about it." And they said, "Well, we will play it if you play with us." Mm-hmm. And that's how everything started. And I said, "Well, they were singing in Portuguese, in English, in Spanish." And I said, "Well, that's Universal Vibrations, So I said, "Well, let's stick with Universal Vibrations." But it was too long. And we came to Univibes. So we were three in the beginning. Then he was a teacher, music teacher at Maxwell. He played the guitar. And then we found another teacher, and we ended up with 8. Wow. 8 after the 3.
So you have been doing music, I'm assuming, for a while, or is this something that you just picked up in the last 5 or 6 years?
No, I've been playing for 65 years.
65 years.
Outstanding.
What a story.
And Jacobo won't tell you this because he doesn't brag, but he has been he's one of the biggest rock stars out of Mexico from the 60s. He's gone back. Am I jumping ahead? Did you all know that? And secretly we're going to spring it on us?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No,
my mind is blown.
He is a legendary performer from Mexico.
So if I go to Mexico with Jacobo, I'm with a celebrity.
Right. Well, they've published 2 books about his band from the 60s and 70s.
We play in the first and last Mexican rock and roll concert, outdoor rock and roll concert. We were playing the best 10 bands in Mexico. This is in 1971.
Mexican Woodstock.
The Mexican Woodstock. And the reaction of the people was so much, 250,000 people probably, that the Mexican president, the government got afraid of the power of assembly of rock and roll, and the Mexican president banned rock and roll the next day of the concert.
Jacobo, you have attained in Mexico what so many artists want to attain here in America. That is fame. Since you have attained fame, tell us what it's like to have fame. What's that like to have fame?
Well, fame can be in many forms, I guess. Mm-hmm. Fame will be that people recognize you in the streets and they chase behind you, or they asking for your autograph, or that didn't happen too much in my case. We were 2 years. The band just lasted 2 years, but it's very uncomfortable sometimes because many people wants to be with you, and they invite you to their house. Every time I go to Mexico, Oaxaca, everybody wants to be with you, and come on, and your classmates and the people, and they can take a picture, and it's a little bit. I would like to enjoy it a little bit more my vacations.
Let's hear a little bit of Univibes music here. He was so gracious to give us a live performance, actually, right?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what we're about to hear.
Well, this song is, I wrote this song and I arranged the song. It's about a guy and a girl. A guy goes to the park. In the park, he sees a girl. There's a band playing in the park, and he invites her to dance. But she said, "Well, I only dance if you invite me 3 tacos and 1 horchata." And that's the name of the song: 3 tacos, 1 horchata.
All right, well, here it is,
Love
folks.
it.
Jacobe with 3 tacos and 1 horchata.
Horchata.
Por el parque del amor, te feliz gozando, muy alegre y con sabor. Estabas con amigos, disfrutando el vacilón. Quería bailar contigo al ritmo de esta canción. Ya bailar mi vida, me dijiste no descarga, solo bailo si me invitas. 3 tacos y una horchata, 3 tacos y una horchata, 3 tacos y una horchata, solo bailo si me invitas. 3 tacos y una horchata. Tacos, 1 horchata. 3 tacos, 1 horchata.
Okay, everyone. That was Hakoa Aragon with Univibes. I love that song so much, and we heard such a great story. And Radio Lex, we are super proud of all of you for being the voice of people in Kentucky, and congratulate you once again on all of your success. We're also going to look forward to getting that photo together with Bill Meck. Let's give Radio Lex a round of applause.
Yeah.
And Adam, that was the Lions in our special edition platoon system of Overtones Live here on Tuesday night, coming to you live from Grayline Station in Lexington, Kentucky on WLXU 93.9 LPFM Lexington. And while we get Sergeant Warren Cobb engaged in bringing in our next team, the Lions, we're going to play a classic song from the past. This is going to be one of our transition songs here because, Adam, tonight we're going from bluegrass to jazz to Americana to country to blues to rock and roll to punk all in 1 hour. We're going to do this. So last week, I just wanted to say that the Lifetime Achievement Honors were announced, and my dear friend Pam Perry was one of them. And we are going to hear a song from when Pam Perry was in the group, the New Coon Creek Girls, with a lot of other musical female bluegrass musicians, including Wanda Barnett and Dell Ann Bradley. So let's honor the bluegrass genre briefly here in Pam's first-time nomination. We're going to listen to Gene Ritchie's classic, The L&N Don't Stop Here Anymore, as performed by the New Coon Creek Girls many years ago. And you're going to hear Pam not only on the chorus, but also playing Mando. Let's congratulate Pam Perry's nominations at this time.
Yeah.
Curly-headed baby, my daddy set me down on his knee, saying, girl, you go to school and you learn your letters. Don't you marry no dusty miner boy like me. And I was born and raised in the mouth of a hazard harbor, where the coal cars roll and rumble past my door. But now they're standing a rusty row of empties, 'cause the L&N don't stop here anymore. Now I used to think my daddy was a black man with script enough to buy the company store. Oh, but now he goes to town with empty pockets, and Lord, his face is as white as a February snow. And I was born and raised in the mouth of a hazard harbor, where the coal cars roll and rumble past my door. But now they're standing a rusty row of empties, 'cause the L&N don't stop here anymore. Don't stop here anymore.
Hello, everyone. We are back, and we have an entirely different cast in the studio right now. And without any further ado, let's welcome some of the best in the industry: Tommy Schaefer, Cameron Schaefer, and Justin Kahn, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right, everybody, introduce yourselves. We're going to start over here to my far left. And just introduce yourselves by telling us who you are and what you are nominated for.
I'm Cameron Schaefer. I've been nominated for Live Sound Tech. I run a business called Living Sound Illusion Studios based out of Berea, Kentucky, and usually hit up the festival circuit for about 8 months of the year.
Oh, outstanding. Let's give Cameron a round of applause, everybody.
Let's move that mic around.
Musical microphones here.
My name's Tommy Schaefer. I am nominated for Live Sound for, I run a company, like you said, during festival season. I hit about 8 months of that, and then I worked for Two Fisted Willies downtown. And then I'm also nominated for recording engineer through my company, Lazy Entertainment, and I jump around and do different work through a bunch of different studios around the area.
Let's give it up for Tommy, everybody.
Yeah.
And my name's Justin Kahn. I am nominated through my podcast, Green Room Confessions, and my co-host couldn't be here tonight. It's just me, and we just kind of help the new generation of musicians and sound engineers and bar owners try to get their footing in the industry. And I'm also nominated personally, individually, for Bassist of the Year.
Oh, that's amazing.
And bass playing for who?
I play for Trey Bryant and Kevin Thomas, Sarah Beth Brewer.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah,
Outstanding. And Trey was on our show last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trey's
So let's
nominated
give-
for several different.
Yes,
Let's
he
give
is.
Justin a hand. And Justin, since we just got finished talking to you and you just introduced yourself, we will start with you. What do you feel awards and recognitions programs for your business podcast in general?
I think it just really just goes to show the time and effort that my team has put in to get us to where we are. It really means the world that people actually listen to us, and we made several people Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year. I was like, who wants to listen to us for 2 hours a week? It's pretty crazy, but just to give that platform and that voice to people that are out in the same industry that we are, working, trying to make a name for themselves, and to give them that voice and to help another generation of artists come along is really, really good.
Thank you.
Perfect.
So we're going to swing the microphone. How about Tommy, you go first, since the microphone's right in front of you.
Well, I guess same question. It's like he said, it's putting in the hours, time, effort, and being the recognition. We spend a lot of time as engineers on the back end. Our job is never about us. It's about making the musicians come in, giving them the best time they can, giving the audience time the best time they can. So getting that recognition in any way, shape, or form is always a blessing. You can't be happy enough to know that somebody's seeing the work you put in the long term.
Amen to that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Cameron, how about you, my
Cameron.
friend?
I'm about in the same boat with Tommy. It's really all about helping the artist and making sure the audience hears what they want to hear. And there's a lot of satisfaction in knowing that we wow, lost my train of thought.
That happens. You're doing good. Satisfaction in knowing that your work is being recognized.
Yes.
Let me ask you, what are you looking forward to the most at the award show this year? Or who are you looking forward to seeing? Or maybe it's somebody you're looking forward to seeing.
That.
No one in particular. I'm just glad to be a part of it and happy for all my friends that did make the cut this year.
Okay, Tommy, what about you? Same question. What are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, just running in and seeing a bunch of the musicians in one spot. Like, as engineers, a lot of times we get locked in. We're stuck in one spot. We don't get to move around unless some of those festivals we get to see a bunch of these people and a bunch of our friends and artists. But getting to all these people, all these amazing musicians, industry professionals together, and just being able to take a night and hang out. I mean, that's kind of the best part. Being able to take a step back, not have to worry about work for a night in the industry with other people that get it and understand it, and just enjoy each other's company.
Oh, so true.
Justin, same question for you. What are you looking forward to the most at this award show this year?
Well, we're in a new location for the first time.
Yeah.
So
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So that's going to be a thrill. But the bar in the lobby
There's a bar in the lobby?
There has been in years
that.
past, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most. If we have that, then yes. But no, serious. Just
There is the after party, though.
Yeah.
just getting to hang out with friends because usually we're working, so it's good to be in a casual environment with our friends and other new friends that we've made along the way.
So true. So the most important question, who are you all wearing on awards night?
They were thinking, right now? They're like Walmart tea, you know.
You're not used to my award show fandom. I wanted to mention, we talked about what awards and recognition programs do for musicians. And Adam, I don't know if you watched the SAG Awards.
I did,
this
actually.
week. Did you all
Yes.
watch as well? Didn't you all love Timothy Chalamet's speech?
Oh, yeah.
And I thought just hands down the best speech ever. And
He did a
talked
really good job,
about,
yeah.
He said, I guess the classy thing would be to downplay this accomplishment. He said, I'm not going to do that because he has poured all of his life and soul into playing a character like Bob Dylan for the last 5 years. And I was just wanting to know what your thoughts are on that as well. So what does it mean to have your hard work, recognized?
I've been doing this for about 15 years, and I went through 2 kidney transplants. My wife went through cancer, so we've been through a lot that's held us back in terms of it. So when it comes to what it means, it's everything to us just to see that work and see everything, because we can look back and see all the struggle we went through together, like separate, to get to us to this point to where we are actively even working enough to be recognized in the industry now. Every step we've taken, it just means everything.
Well, it does mean everything to kind of see everything come full cycle, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Kimmer, what are your thoughts? What does it mean to you, or what do you think this means to so many others, especially you all being in the industry category, which a lot of people don't get to see right up front?
I honestly was shocked to see my name up there. I've only been doing this for a couple of years, so to see my name up there with, the other Schaefer, Gator, Mike Hulger, these are people I look up to, and it means the world to me to be running with the big dogs.
There's such a brotherhood in the sound engineering here in Lexington, isn't there?
We try to
small, tight
work
group.
together.
Yes.
You have to.
Yeah, absolutely. And Justin, what about you? What are your thoughts?
I'm just excited to be here. I know the guys in my category in bass and with the podcast. I think you guys are also nominated for that. And for us,
Adam is.
Adam,
I retired this year.
I voted for you.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Wow. And we got that on record. It just went out.
Yeah, and it's on TikTok too.
Oh,
so
very
it's
nice.
out there forever. But just to be recognized is awesome, and like my podcast, we're on season 1, and it's already just taken off, and we're ramping up for season 2. So it's fantastic just to be in the likes of such amazing, talented people.
Yeah, and there's Holler in Kentucky, too, as the other podcast.
Yeah.
So it's really neat that in the music company category, we've actually got 3 podcasts in there.
That is so cool to get to meet somebody in that category.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Thank you,
We're going to
guys.
have to all do like a joint one, get everybody
absolutely.
together.
Mm-hmm.
We drink on mine.
And you all are going to have to. Well, guys, thank you so much for being with us here. Why don't we just hold tight here for a minute in your seat, and we're going to play some more transition music as Adam and I prepare for our next platoon transition to bring in the Bears. We have a double header coming up with first Andrew Moore and Hooch's original song Trainwreck. How many of y'all know Andrew Moore and Hooch?
Oh, I
so
do, yeah.
Andrew plays at Jeff Ruby's regularly, and we also had him on the show last week. He was an Album of the Year nominee, and he's also a nominee in the very competitive keyboard category this year. He also has a really tight band that provides a lot of award-winning instrumental performances to all. So he does here. We will go with Trainwreck for this transition music. Thank you all for listening.
I ain't trying to be a train wreck. This place is gone insane. I've got guns and country. I ain't gonna be afraid. and build with us and pride. Employing things that are inside of us. We learned when they would ride. When you're forced to slow down, stop messing around. See all you really need are important things we take for granted. Life, love, freedom, and family. Walking out of this train wreck, got a scratch and I know why. Not hearing the screams and the warnings, I ain't listening to the lies. And I ain't got no paycheck, but I know when I'm still alive. Keep my faith in the man upstairs and hold my loved ones tight. When you're forced to slow down and stop messing around and see all you really need are important things we take for granted. Like life, love, freedom, and family. You let that tiger out the cage. We're all dealing with our frustration. Now we're drinking together apart. This entire infected nation. You let that tiger out the cage. We're all dealing with our frustration. Now we're drinking together apart. In this entire infected nation. When you're forced to slow down, stop messing around and see what you really need are important things that we take for granted. Like life, love, freedom, and family. How long, sweet Jesus, we turn this river into wine? And how long must I work these fields till I see a little life on the vine? It's been pouring rain for 19 days. I wonder if I'll ever see the sun. Well, this old heart just wants to ramble, pack up right here and gamble, chasing ghosts and racing number one. I want to try a thing or two I've never done. And how long, sweet Jesus, for the worry find a home outside my mind? And what's wrong with my baby, Lord? Every time she looks at me, she's crying. And have I lost my way? There's a I'll try a thing or two before I leave.
And we are back, and Sergeant Cobb has now escorted the Bears into the studio during our last musical break.
The Bears.
And after Trainwreck, we also just heard Devil in the Details by Kevin Dalton and the Tuesday Blooms, which is appropriate for two reasons. It is Tuesday, and our guest, Tommy Kate, is a balloon. Adding some championship and award-winning style of harmonica to this energy-filled song, Tommy is also a man of many talents. He plays guitar and flute as well. And Tommy, are you a saxophone player too?
Oh, I just wish. Only in my dreams.
Okay.
Only, you know, maybe sometime at some point I will, but not now.
Well, we are so happy to have both of you guys on the show. We also have a couple of other DeBear team members. Let's start off with introductions, and we'll start with you, Jaden.
Yes.
Jaden, we're going to start with you, Jaden. Just tell us a little bit. Just tell us who you are and what nominations that you have received at this year's Lexington Music Awards.
All right, so I'm Jaden Smith. I'm a blues artist, and that's actually the category that I was nominated in this year. You know, I don't have anything recorded at the moment, so I'm kind of new on the scene for the most part. I've been a hired gun for as long as I can remember playing guitar for anybody and everybody. So now I'm kind of putting myself out there as my own artist, and I'm recording music and playing live with my own band. So that's been fun.
Who have you played with in the past?
Oh, I've played Travis Wayne and Contraband,
Okay.
Johnny Holland, it just everybody. And I also record down at Frizzell Recording Studio, so you know, I've played on a lot of tracks. So that, you know, technically I guess I do have some tracks out there where, you know, you can hear me playing, but yeah, mostly as a hired gun.
Outstanding. And Tommy, let's hear an introduction and also what you're nominated for. And Tommy is although this is a first-time nomination for him, he is no first-timer by any means to the music scene.
Well, first timer for the Lexi
Yes,
Awards.
that's
and
right.
I'm deeply honored and thankful for it. So I'm nominated in the blowhard category, the brass and winds category. So I'm a harmonica player, so that's where that fits in.
Well, awesome. Tell us a little bit about the other awards that you've been honored for, specifically at the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards.
Well, so the Kevin Dalton and the Tuesday Blooms won Album of the Year award, and I played on the Tuesday Blooms, and then I also won a Brass and Winds category award there a couple of years ago, and then last year won a gospel award there. So for our gospel hour band. So
Yeah, so we need to unpack that a little bit. Tommy, tell us about the Tommy Kate Gospel Hour. Because this is incredible.
Oh, it's not the Tommy Kate Gospel Hour. It's just the Gospel
led
Hour.
by Tommy Kate. And a lot of really great musicians.
Oh, well, I keep saying we're not good, but we have a good time. So we started, golly, it's been probably 6 or 7 years ago, started at the Jarfly. The first Sunday of every month, we'd have a gospel hour. And we really, Daniel Stroud, who was the one of the co-owners of the Jarfly, he and I talked about it, and we wanted to bring gospel music to a crowd that didn't normally get to hear gospel music. So we started doing that at the Jarfly, and then it's kind of morphed, and sadly the Jarfly is gone. So we're the first Sunday of every month we play at Birdies and Barrels in Somerset, and the third Sunday of every month we play at Java Springs over in Russell Springs, and from 4 to 5 Eastern, both places, and it's a big crowd participation thing. Everybody gets to sing. We've got songbooks with all the lyrics in it, and we encourage everybody to sing at the top of their lungs with us. And if you got an instrument, bring an instrument and play along with us.
Now, are these gospel hymns, like old-timey hymns that you sing?
They are, but we sort of do it in our own flavor.
Okay.
Just because I am not capable of playing like a regular hymn. So we have a lot of bluegrass instrumentation.
Right.
And it sort of is a cross between gospel, blues, grass.
Right, kind of like Ralph Stanley with I'll Fly Away, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Some of the best music is
it's a lot
gospel
of fun,
music.
and Adam, he did not let COVID stop them at all. I remember at one point you all were having a drive-in version of the Gospel Hour.
Got to get creative.
I bought actually an FM transmitter.
Yes.
And we would set up on the front steps of our church, and people would pull up in the parking lot and stay in their cars, and instead of clapping, they would honk their horns, and it was great fun. Yeah, it was great. We just kept on going, so it was cool.
Einstein said the significant problems cannot be solved at the same level of thinking when we created them.
Yeah,
so
you have to.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let me just put the microphone back over here to Jade, and let me ask both of you all to think about this question. And let me ask you, what are you most looking forward to on March the 9th? And what do you feel like an awards and recognition program like the one that the Lexi's does? What does it do for the artist and also for the music business professional?
I think that it opens awareness, of these local artists, that it opens it up to a crowd that maybe didn't hear, them live in a venue. Some people don't get out of their houses as much, so it's kind of a cool thing to see that floating around on social media and people getting recognition. These musicians that deserve it, it's awesome. As far as what I'm looking forward to, honestly, I'm just kind of shocked and happy to be part of the conversation at all. There are some really heavy-hitting artists like Rachel. Oh my goodness, man! Like, she's an awesome musician. So, like, to be in the same conversation as her or Brian or John, for me, that alone is amazing. So I'm really excited for that.
Well, congratulations. We have actually a bumper crop of new people this year. And Tommy, what do you think it does for the music business professional?
I agree with Jaden. I think any news is good news, and especially when it's something like this. It's puts the music, our local music scene, kind of in front of a big crowd, and I think that really helps to promote the local music scene. I'm looking forward to see this is my first time here, and I don't have any aspirations of winning anything. So I'm just I'm going to have a good time and enjoy meeting a lot of people that I have only seen on Facebook, and actually get to see them eyeball to eyeball.
Well, being nominated can bring so much with it.
Yes.
Because it will put eyeballs on people that would have never listened to you before.
Yeah.
So it is a blessing, and it is an honor just to be nominated. You've already won. Both of you guys have already won.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you both for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you all fancy on March 9th on the Singletary Center for the Arts. And Adam, it's time for yet another musical break. This is going by way too fast, and we're setting the stage for some of the best of the punk genre coming up next on Radio Lex. So while we make our final team transition playing tag between the Bears and the Oh Mi's, here is the nominated band for punk, State Law, with their song I Told You So, and we will be back after the break.
There really isn't much to say, except I told you so. Wasn't any other way that it all could go. It's just an old life lesson. You reap what you sow. I tried to warn you, keep you safe, but you'd made your mind. I tried to tell you stay away. You said you'd be fine. You couldn't see the signs around you. How were you so blind? Sleep in that bed you made. Stare at the ceiling, counting sheep, scared, sad, and betrayed. Well, don't just have a pity party, have a whole parade.
We are back, and you've just heard the song I Told You So by State Law, and we have had the Lions and the Tigers and the Bears on the show. Now it's time for, you know what it is, the Oh Mice, and let's welcome Somerset, Kentucky State Law and Louisville's Molly's Midnight Villains. Woo! And folks, we're going to kick this right off with a live acoustic song from Molly's Midnight Villains to start off the segment. And what are we going to get to hear you all perform first?
This song is called Wolf.
All right,
Song
let's
about a
hit
werewolf.
it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Condemned little cabin alone in the woods. I rock in my chair on the porch. The boards creak uneasily underfoot, and I know something moves in the trees to the north. I grip a tin cup in my calloused hands. The smell of the whiskey singes the air. I grimace at what I feel on the wind as the dark forest calls me near. What evil is out there in this lonesome wild place? What sort of evil prowls my way? And wind calls me with eager excitement to giddy abandon under the stars. My hands grow alive, I pulse with new life. A low-earthy growl escapes my jaws, laughing like the river, a vile, accursed beast, cracking bones like tossed rune stones. I delight in my disastrous feast. What evil is here in these lonesome wilds? By what ruthless hunger am I transformed? The moon howls through me. You will come to me, shed your name and be reborn. What evil is out there in this lonesome wild place? What evil is here that I must face? What evil is here that I must face?
Wow, that was so good. That was fantastic. Now, last week we had Small Steps, your fellow nominee in the punk category, on the show. I want to have a little conversation about who you guys are and just a little bit about the punk genre in general. So, first of all, let's get some introductions and all of the categories that you guys have been nominated for. And we're going to start to my far right. Just tell us who you are and talk about the nominations that you have been nominated for.
What's up? My name's Justin Petrie. A lot of people call me Pete, and I play drums for State Law, and we're beyond excited to be nominated for the Best Punk category this year at the Lexi's.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
I'm Molly of Molly's Midnight Villains, and this is Tom.
Hello.
Yeah, we're super excited. You
Yeah,
know,
that was our first Lexi nomination. so,
Yeah.
And what exactly is the nomination that you guys have been nominated for?
We're nominated for Best Punk.
Yeah.
We're, I guess, on the periphery of that scene.
probably more along like folk punk. Or,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but,
yeah.
yeah. So.
So let me ask you guys, what do you wish most people knew about punk that most people probably don't know?
Oh, that's a big question. I don't know. I guess I think of punk less as like a musical sound and more of like kind of like standing for something. So I guess that kind of differentiates it as a genre. I played in other punk bands in the past, and that's kind of the common thread, even though they've all sounded very different. So.
What about you, State Law?
Hi, I'm Chris.
Yeah, Chris. We haven't heard from you yet.
Yeah, I would agree with what he said right there. That's kind of what I think too. We were a little surprised by the punk name. Some things are punkish. I think the punk a lot comes from the attitude and sort of the emotion and just the energy that you put into it as much as anything.
Well, excellent. I'm going to swing the mic around because I have another question. Let me ask the two of y'all first. What are you looking most forward to doing that night on March 9th? Or are you looking forward to seeing anybody, or what are you looking most forward to?
I don't know. I guess just meeting other people in the the local scene and everything. And,
Yeah.
there are a lot of nominees that we haven't gotten to see yet, so it'll be good to meet other people.
Oh, yeah. We love connecting with other bands and just, discovering new music and supporting other local musicians and regional musicians and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, for real. We're the same way, too. Not only meeting new people, but reconnecting with old friends. There's a lot of Somerset nominees this year, so we're excited to see some familiar faces and meet a lot of new people, too.
Yeah, it's cool to see people, too, that are just really going for it and putting the effort in and that are excelling in the field. So really excited to meet the other musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what a great segment this has been.
Yeah, a little live music.
We've got them in here, so we must ask them to do another song.
Might as well.
That's what we'll use for our closing song.
Okay.
So what do you all have in your repertoire for us next? Because Warren and I have been listening to them all week, and we've got our favorites. So I may have nudged them a little bit on this one.
Yeah. This one is more of a little bit of a bluesy kind of one that we have called Strange, Strange Friends. Sure. I walk down to the tavern, just wanna clear my head. But the barroom is loud with an odd little crowd. The same creatures living under my bed. They're loose on the streets when the sun is around. Strange, strange friends. I take my place at the bar, become a part of the set. With a woman in gold and a cat and a crow, and a couple of cold-got men. The moon will play tricks on us time and again. Strange, strange friends. Can't find any rest. I share drinks with the sinful, the saintly, the worst and the best. And I'll still be here after this life ends with my strange, strange friends. Strange friends, strange, strange friends. Strange friends, strange, strange friends. Strange friends, strange friends.
I love the guitar solo, man. That was so good.
Adam, what do you think about this show?
Oh, it's so hard to pick which one's the best, but this was one of
They're
the
all
best.
so
I know that sounds
special.
cliche, yes.
And we are so thankful to have you come in from Somerset. State Law's here from Somerset. Tommy's from Somerset. Somerset scene is really, really exploding.
Rocking and rolling.
Louisville is as well. So thank you all for making the trips up the both of the highways to be with us. And Adam, we'll get ready to sadly close the show because I would just like it to go on forever. But we'll hit the ending song with "Don't Need Cuttin" by Sarah Beth Terry. This is going to be a wrap for Over the Banks Lexington Music Awards preview show number 2. And I'm sorry, you're hearing actually the Goodwin Brothers, Shady Grove, my bad. And the Goodwin Brothers are also nominated for Best Bluegrass this year.
Very nice.
So excellent. This has been a bumper crop of first-time nominees for the 2025 Lexi Awards to be held on March 9th. We thank all of you for being here this evening and invite you to listen to all of these songs by all of these artists on all of the platforms. And until next week, this is Renee, Cobb, and Adam Banks. We're working in concert each and every week to bring you the best this great state of Kentucky and the Appalachian region has to offer its music fans. Reminding you every week like we do that when words fail, music always speaks. Have a great week filled with fun, family, and of course music. We look so much forward to seeing you on March the 9th. Listen locally, everyone, and good night.
Good night. Yeah.
Sweeter than candy. Shady Grove, my little miss. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little miss. Going back to Harlem. Well, every time I walk that road, it's always dark and cloudy. Every time I see that girl, I always tell her howdy. Shady Grove, my little miss. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little miss. Going back to Harlem. Her cheeks are red as the blooming rose, and her smile is always sunny. She's the darling of my heart and the river